We camped our way through Costa Rica in this machine behind us, and we had the best time ever. And these are the reasons why it was the best time ever, where we went, what we did, and how we found it.
So we picked up this absolute beauty of a 4x4 from San Jose. Well, actually, we got to the airport in San Jose, and then it took 10 minutes in a taxi to get to Costa Rica campervans. What a guy. So basically, you go and pick up the 4x4. It's got all of the equipment in the back. There's add-ons that you can put in, like camping add-ons. So you can get an activity set, you can get the machetes, you can get snorkeling, you can get a battery pack, Wi-Fi pack.
Hammer.
You can actually have a Wi-Fi box with you wherever you go. And you also get a SIM card with your phone. There's loads of add-ons that you can have with this. Wi-Fi was a massive thing. Even Tilly's mesmerised how she can get Wi-Fi. That's our teenager. If you haven't seen who we are and what we're about, then please check out our other YouTube channels, because we're a family that are travelling around the world.
It was really good because we landed at the airport and we got a taxi to the place, and the guy who owns Costa Rica campervans paid for the taxi, so you don't have to worry about that. And then showed us around the van, made sure we were happy with it. He was happy with us, gave across our driving licenses, paid a deposit, paid for the insurance, because there was 2 insurance options. One that comes with it, third party, yeah. So if any damages occur, you pay 40% of the damage and the insurance covers 60%. We opted for the full package, which came at $18 a day, but that's fully comp. We don't have to worry about anything. If anyone crashes into the van or we damage the van or whatever, then it's all covered. So we took that option.
We did put down a deposit to start with. You have to put down a deposit. How much was that?
$1,200.
$1,200, and we put that on our credit card. The contracts and everything, it did not take long at all. It was actually a really quick process. We were super excited to get on. I think the guy knew we were excited, and he also let us leave our suitcases in the back of his office, and he looked after them so that we don't have to carry it all around. Yeah,
you might be coming to here thinking, well, what do I do with all my stuff? What we did is we just took out the essentials that we knew we'd need for like 10 days worth of camping, put them into rucksacks, chucked them in the van, left our suitcase with the guy like Emma said, and away we went, set off on the road.
Yeah, our first destination, how long was it? The first destination was straight to the shop.
When we landed, we were absolutely starving, so priority was go to a shop. So we found one of them straight away, just using our Google Maps. We've got Wi-Fi, so using the maps was easy. After that, you use an app called iOverlander, and that tells you everywhere in Costa Rica that you can camp on a campsite or wild camp. And we've used that every single day, haven't we? Everywhere we've wanted to go, like a rough general area, we just went on the app and found where we could park and went there.
It was really good, actually, wasn't it? We used Google Maps and then we used that app, which was brilliant, and it took you anywhere you wanted to go. So if you wanted to get an official campsite, you'd pay for it. If you wanted wild camp on a beach, you can, and it's all on there, wasn't it? You were on that more than me. But
another great thing about Costa Rica campervans is they've got certain day itineraries on their website. So if you're booking the campervan for 10 days, they've already mapped out routes that take 10 days. If you're taking the campervan for a week, there's a week route, 2-week route, 30-day route.
If you want to go like further around Costa Rica, but we only had 10 days. Yeah. So we had to go with the 10-day route, and we did follow a bit of his route on his booklet.
Yeah, we used that as a guideline.
We used it as a guideline, but we did go off a little bit, didn't we, on our own venture? But that's what it's all about.
Because you can literally go where you want to go. Like, we're parked on a beach right now. Like, the van is parked on the sand, and I'm probably 20 metres from the water. It's insane where you can go and what you can do with this thing. A massive perk to it is, if we were going to book a hotel or a accommodation on this beach for 10 days, we'd have paid an absolute fortune. And then we'd have been stuck on this beach for 10 days. Whereas we've got the van for a fraction of the cost. We can drive it wherever we want and park it pretty much wherever we want. And we have sunsets on our doorstep and sunrises from our bed on top. It's just beautiful.
It's something that people would pay thousands in a hotel beachfront kind of accommodation, isn't it? This is what people pay so much money for. And the thing is, if you turn up somewhere and you're like, oh, this isn't really for me, you're straight back in the van and you're going. Some nights Joe actually got in the car on a night time and drove, didn't you? Yeah. Just to get across more land so that we can get to the next place.
Yeah, that's exciting though when you arrive somewhere at night, because this thing's so easy to pitch up that you can do it in the dark.
Oh, it's
Like,
so good to put.
We've probably got it down to about 4 or 5 minutes to be fully erect and sleepable.
Yeah.
So,
but another thing to know is that when you're with Costa Rica camper vans, they do send you the links of how to. It's like a YouTube link of how to set up and to put back down.
Yeah.
I watched it once and I kind of picked it up and we muddled along and we've done absolutely fine. So it's not technical at all. I think the hardest part was actually getting the roof back over and getting the zips and tucking the bits in. But once you start doing it every day,
once you've done it twice, honestly, like we can do it without even talking to each other. We just know who's going to do what bit, and then all of a sudden it's up and ready to sleep in.
Let's get into how we did it then and what we did, because it was the best thing we have ever done.
Yeah, it's the best adventure I've ever been on.
And I think when you're in Costa Rica, because the amount of land and the amount of beaches and volcanoes and mountains and things to see, this is the best way to go about it, because you can just explore anywhere and you listen to the locals and like go here, go there. And we also listen to all of our followers, by the way, and a lot of the places that you guys told us to go to, we went to and we absolutely loved it. So we just go with the wind, don't we? Where did we go first? It was a place called Arenal, and it was a farm, wasn't it?
It was called Natural Stays Arenal Volcano, and it was amazing because the guy who owns this place is so friendly. When we got there, he literally picked us a coconut each off his tree, chopped it up with a machete, gave it to us, took us to the camp spot. He stopped on the way to our camping destination to show us all the different fruits he was growing and let us try them. We tried lemon caviar, which
that was amazing,
absolutely insane. And he took us to the pitch. He let us choose where we wanted to stay.
There was no one there. We had it to ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah, we had it to ourselves. And the views of the volcanoes were spectacular. Absolutely spectacular.
And a bonus that we saw there were fireflies on a night time down at the river. There was fireflies everywhere. It was such a tranquil, beautiful place. And on top of all of that, there was actually a fishing lake that Joe went fishing at.
Yeah, so and 2 swimming pools.
It had everything. And the farmer there, he was so passionate about his farm, and he's telling you about the trees.
It's called Anthony.
There's a beautiful tree as well, wasn't there, on that nature walk? There's a nature walk there as well, a river.
Yeah, he's got so much land, so you can go and explore his rivers and his trees and the area. There's hummingbirds everywhere. Honestly, beautiful. All these places that we're going to tell you where we've been now, we've made part 1 and part 2 of our camping in Costa Rica trip on YouTube. So you can watch those videos if you're interested in camping in Costa Rica. You can see the exact route that we took and what we did, where we stayed. But this is like a breakdown of our whole trip and how we found camping in Costa Rica with this machine.
We can't tell you everywhere we went. We went to a lot of places, but that was our first stop. So we headed up around the Guanacaste region. So it's up in the north of Costa Rica where the beaches are. There's some volcanoes and there's some mountains in that region. That's where we went. So we didn't cover massive land, but we did cover a lot, didn't we?
We did, loads.
After that, we did go to La Fortuna, and Joe says that it's Fortuna. Is that it?
I say Costa Rica costs a lot and Fortuna costs a fortune.
It was expensive in the town, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's spenny there.
We didn't actually do the waterfall in Fortuna. We went to the hot springs and we enjoyed that. There's a random guy actually down near the hot springs. We parked on the road. Parking guy that comes along and he asks you for, is it $10?
Yeah.
$10 to park. Didn't give you a ticket or anything. I don't know whether they were official or not. We just paid him, didn't we, and went down to the hot springs.
One thing we haven't properly sussed out about Costa Rica is it safe to leave your car in places? Because sometimes when we've parked up, people have said, like, oh, pay these people and they'll watch your car for you. And now I don't know if that's because it's got the potential to get broken into or just because these people have made a business out of taking money off tourists to watch the car.
I don't know.
I don't mind supporting the locals, though. So
I don't know about that, because sometimes some people, the locals, do say and have said to us, watch your bag on the beach.
Yeah.
The ones that are saying watch your car have also said watch your bag, don't leave your bag around. So I'm not really sure. It felt a bit strange, didn't it? Like when we were, like in our previous destination, we've not really had that but we haven't had a vehicle. So maybe it's just different for us.
We parked our car in every single place and nothing bad has happened. No. It's not been broken into. It's not been damaged. We haven't been in any danger. It's been a dream. People have messaged us saying, like, do you not feel unsafe on a night? No, we don't.
No, not at all.
Do you not feel unsafe with the wildlife and the insects and the creepy crawlies? No, we don't.
Chilly might a little bit.
There's been some screams. Not from me. No, it's been fine. It's been fine. We've loved it.
Yeah. So yeah, but the hot springs were amazing, weren't they? We really enjoyed that. It was a really tourist destination. What I would say about the hot springs is that there's a lot of hotels around there that have made massive hotels on these waterfalls and hot springs and are overcharging like £100 a day for a spa day. You don't need to do that. You can just go down the road and there's actually a bridge where you can go to the river. You just pay that random guy a parking fee and you don't pay for the hot springs.
No,
so
no, you
that's
just walk
something
down
to
there.
know. That
Yeah, it's good information.
A lot of people think you have to pay to get into the hot springs and you don't. There was a waterfall on the other side, but we didn't do that, but you can do that for free as well.
Yeah.
So that's where we went. And then we headed over to the lake, didn't we? Lake Reno.
Remind me.
We went to the lake and there was loads of toads. And Joe went off-roading, so we were looking on the app to see if we can find an off-road bit, and he actually spotted somebody else in a 4x4 right on the end of an island. And I said to Joe, that looks crocky. But Joe wanted to go there, and we did for free, didn't we?
Yeah, we just parked up there for free. We were just driving along thinking, I don't know where we're going to sleep tonight. And then, the universe provided the perfect camping pitch, and it was amazing.
Yeah, it was amazing. There was frogs everywhere. There was wildlife everywhere.
No crocs.
There was another couple camping there as well with their dogs, and they went for a swim in the morning, but I didn't dare go for a swim because it looked crocky. And from the comments that we have had, it may be crocky. So I'm glad I didn't get my toes snapped off. But we went there just for the night and then we headed off. But we got to see the sunrise and everything. And you did a bit of fishing with Tilly.
Yeah, we caught some fish. We caught bass.
Yeah, which
Really
you'll
good.
see in the videos as well of them two fishing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then we went up to, I think we went up to the Blue River, didn't we, at Celeste? After that.
Yeah, Celeste, Blue River.
That was stunning, wasn't it?
Amazing. Like, that's a must do. Go and have a look at that river. It's like, well, you'll see it right now. I'll chop a video in of it, and it's what it looks like on the camera. It does actually look like in person. It is pure blue, that river.
It was stunning, and that was completely free. So you don't even pay to park on the road there. It's at a bridge, and you walk down. There's a couple of guys there, though, with fresh fruit at the top, and their pineapple was banging.
Yeah, it was.
We had fruit there.
It was $4 for like a big bag of chopped up pineapple, and it was amazing.
After that, I think we went over to Bacchus's. It was quite a way, so it was about an hour, 2 hours drive. And we stayed actually at a hotel. There wasn't much there at all, but because it was next to a waterfall that we wanted to see, which is, I have wrote it down, Cataratas Llanos del Cortes. Quite hard to say, but that is in the itinerary for Costa Rica campervans as well. It was a beautiful waterfall. It was a natural spot. Yeah, it was, how much was that? Was that $10?
I think it was a bit cheaper than that. Could have been about $8 each, that one.
Yeah.
Well worth doing. So
we done waterfalls, and then we just headed to the beach, and we started at Playa Bonita, and we headed down, and we had the best time. I can't even go through, I have wrote down all of the beaches that we visited, but the top ones for me were Octal Beach for the snorkeling, which were amazing. And then we stopped at the Coco Town, where we got our snorkeling masks, because there's loads of diving places there. So if you're into diving and snorkeling, I would recommend stopping there for a trip out. Yeah. Because you do everything there.
That town was based on snorkeling and diving, for sure. Tilly's here.
We're just talking about our time camping with his camper van and how good it's been. Tilly's just got out the sea. She's loving it.
What? I was going to say, what was your favourite bit about this whole 10 days of camping in Costa Rica with this van?
Probably Conachel or this. Conachel or this because we're next to the beach and the memories.
So just to explain what Conchel is, because we haven't got to that bit yet. I've just said we got to Octal Beach, which is snorkeling.
Yeah.
So explain what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Conachel is the best beach on earth. You can never go anywhere better. And there's loads of snorkeling. There's loads of different fish and animals. And there's the little corals. Oh my God. Yeah.
The beach is just full of white seashells everywhere, and the snorkeling was incredible. I've been to Mexico and Egypt snorkeling. Mexico was churned up water in January, I don't know why. And then Egypt was insane snorkeling, but I would put that as the best place I've ever snorkeled. I loved that place.
Yeah, it was amazing.
There's loads of
Incredible.
parrots behind us.
Puff
I've
of
just seen
Is
4.
there?
Tilly's
You know,
seeing
when
parrots
they make
right
like a
now.
weird noise, they're the bright red ones.
And this is the
Whoa.
beauty of the camper van.
Playa Flamingo, we were tret on the morning because we got up super. Here we get up at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning because that's when the sun rises and we want to get as much stuff done through the day as we can. But on a morning here, when the waves crash, the water's super clear and you can see the manta rays swimming through the waves, eating.
That's your favourite bit, wasn't it?
Tilly's been blown away by it. So have I. So has Emma. That has
touched
been
my leg
a
today.
spectacle to see.
Leg.
Yeah, we'll get to this beach soon. Tilly was actually swimming with them today and she saw them jumping out of the water. One swam like past the leg and actually touched the leg. You've loved it, haven't you?
Absolutely
Yeah.
loved it. We have stopped for some meals on the way as well. We usually go to the soda restaurants instead because it's local and it's a lot cheaper, isn't it, than going to a restaurant.
Yeah.
The shops are more expensive in Costa Rica, so you need to expect to be looking at UK prices, American prices for your food and drink.
So definitely a lot more expensive than the other countries that we've been to in Central America.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not super expensive for us because we're from the UK and that place is a rip-off. So,
And that's how much it is in the UK, so we're
Yeah.
happy to be here. But it's just great because you can go to the supermarket and you can stock up on your breakfast and your lunches. That's what we've done. And then you can go to like a soda later on. Or
Yeah.
sometimes we have a soda at like 2 o'clock, don't we? Restaurant
Yeah.
food. And then we don't need to eat loads for
yeah,
tea.
because they give you good portions here as well. So
like
you can
mammoth rice.
sometimes you can have it for your tea as well. An average price of a meal in one of these sodas for a family of 3 with probably 1 or 2 drinks each is about $35.
I think it's like £10-12 a head, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something like that. And you do get a lot of food. And we're talking like fish food,
Yeah, yeah.
chicken. The
Good food.
supermarkets cost quite a lot for chicken and meat and fish, don't they? So
No, yeah.
sometimes it works out
I think we've
cheaper.
done it the best way. If you were going to rent one of these, I'd recommend get your breakfast sorted, get your lunch bits sorted, like some tins of tuna and some quesadillas and things like that, and then
Yeah.
have tea out.
I think these are the key tips, aren't they, for somebody camping, is so that you know. Also,
They need to buy something.
oh yeah, you need
Yeah,
to buy
you
sun cream and a
load
lot
up on
of it.
sun cream.
Yeah. But the van also has a shower, and Tilly fully enjoyed that, didn't you, yesterday?
I'm going in later on.
She's going in it later on. So you just put a pump in, don't you, into the water tank,
Yeah,
and you've got a shower after going in the sea.
probably a good time to go through with what the van's actually got. So we've
I
got
think so.
a tent, 2 tents, 1 on each side. You could easily sleep 3 in the bigger one and 2 in the smaller one. So you could get a family 5 in these, no problem.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
got 2 water tanks in the back, 1 for drinking, 1 for showering. But we've been buying drinking water, so we're just using both for showering. It's got a fridge in the back, so you can keep your food, milk, whatever cold. It's got a hob, pans, plates, cutlery, cups. It's got the add-on
Aircon.
packages. It's got aircon, yeah, that's a massive plus because it is boiling hot in this
we have to
country.
keep getting in and just turning it on, don't we, then?
It's got an awning that comes out from the side. It's got 5 chairs in the back. It's got a table, machete, shovel, hammock, football, frisbees,
Oh.
snorkels.
We got the full
What
package.
hasn't it got?
Yeah, we got the full package. So these are like, some of them are add-ons, so you just add it on as you go. Costa Rica can provide anything really that you want. And you've got the space in the van as well for 5 people, haven't you? Yeah, a family of 5, for sure, that tent, what we were in, you can fit 3 to 4 people in. I think
It's huge.
Massive.
It's huge.
Massive. It's been such a good time now. I don't think we can go through every single beach, but we did go to Manuel Antonio Park as well, didn't we, on the
Yeah.
way? Because we just thought we need to go and see a national park. We need to go and see what it's about.
Yeah.
It was amazing. We saw sloth, we saw monkeys, we saw so much wildlife there, didn't we?
Yeah.
We absolutely loved it. But for us as a family, we like to explore a little bit more off-grid with less touristy sites. I think it cost us £32, probably about $41, something like that,
For all of us.
for all of us to get into the park. But that's without a tour guide. If you were going to get a tour guide for 2 hours, it's $70 per person. I'm not sure about for a child, but definitely for an adult. What we did, we piggybacked. So there was tour guides every 2 meters telling people where the wildlife was. And as soon as they're all pointing one way, you knew there was a sloth. So you just stand there.
Just
and
like run
listen.
over and just like, ooh, what's there?
We just listened, didn't we? We just completely poached these tour guides. But we had a great time there. Beautiful beaches around that part, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It had gorgeous beaches. amazing trails that you can walk. And we were a little bit gutted that we didn't see a snake, but there is still time across our travels, not just for
We've seen one snake.
Oh, yeah, we
I
did.
really saw a
Yes.
snake at the lake.
When we were at the lake, Tilly found a coffee snake, didn't
I
you?
came out to go to the toilet, and there was just a little snake under my ladder. And it was a coffee snake, and it was really small, but it was still a snake.
What we've loved the most, I think, on the Pacific side for sure, is the beaches.
Okay.
We thought the Pacific, when we were in the UK, and before, to be fair, we thought that the sea was going to be cold. We thought it was going to be really choppy, and we thought that there would be no snorkeling. You need to get to the Caribbean to get all of that. That is untrue. The Pacific side of Costa Rica is stunning. The sea is warm, isn't it? How warm is the sea?
It's hot.
Also, there's snorkeling here, and there's actual beaches that you can go surfing on as well. And we did some surfing, didn't we?
I shredded.
We did some surfing.
Tilly absolutely shredded it.
I whipped it up the way.
She left no naff for anyone else.
We even looked at extending it over 10 days, so you can actually do it for longer. We could have done it for longer.
I really want to buy one.
We really want one. Do you think there's any key tips or key things that people need to know about coming here?
Like Tilly said, sun cream for sure.
Definitely my face is burned.
Mozzie spray.
Mozzie spray for
Yeah,
sure.
keep them off you.
Hats to keep the sun off your face.
Rashies.
Rashies.
Swim in these because it's so easy to get burnt here.
Put
Like,
sun cream on the back of your
you
eye.
could be in the sea for 20 minutes and you're burnt. So I've lived in my rashi this week.
I agree with Joe.
Stinks.
I would say you would need to take quite a few swimming costumes, probably long sleeve, like Joe said, rashies, something like that, because we took bags of clothes, like a shopping bag of clothes each, and I barely worn any of those clothes.
You don't need
You're
them.
just in swim stuff all the time.
Some people
You
don't
need
like
to make
to
sure you stock up on your water. Water is quite expensive, actually. In Costa Rica, a bottle of water was quite a lot, wasn't it?
It was $5 for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 litres.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Something
you can
like that.
drink out of the tap still, can't you?
Yeah,
they say you can.
they say we can. We were drinking out the taps at Manuel Antonio and we haven't been ill.
Any other tips, guys? What we think? Oh, the fuel price is super cheap as well compared to the UK anyway. What was the fuel price?
It's half
to
the
fill
price
it up?
here. It costs from about quarter full to beyond full in the truck. It cost £46,
Yeah.
which I think is about $60. So it's cheap.
And I think the amazing thing about it being a 4x4 is that a lot of the roads, when you're going across inland, there's potholes, it's off-road, it's quite difficult to navigate, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you kind of need the 4x4 to get to these places, and it's the fun of it. Like, it's so
It's
fun
such a
going
joy.
off-road on the dirt tracks with that, and it's just so much fun. Like,
It's
this
such
is
a joy.
adventure for us. I think it was $1,600 for 10 days to camp with this camper van, and then you have to put your add-ons on as well. But I think for the price of a hotel and the fact that you can be on the beaches and you can be wherever you want to be with whatever beach, sea, anywhere you want to be in Costa Rica, I think that's 100% worth it.
If you are interested in what it cost us specifically,
Yeah.
the prices are in our other videos of camping through Costa Rica, part 1 and 2.
Yeah,
so
we
you can
always
watch
put
them.
like a weekly budget, don't we, of ours.
Yeah.
But the best thing before we leave about camping in Costa Rica on the Pacific side is the sunsets.
Yeah, they're bloody
The
unbelievable.
worst thing is the hair.
Oh,
It's so bad.
I've
Like,
lost mine.
right. That's not even okay. My hair's so dead right now. We need to invest in a hair mask.
Would you extend this if you could? You said earlier that you could, but we've been moving quite fast.
I would, yeah, we weren't moving as fast.
We've been moving
I
every
don't like
day
moving
fast.
I've been
haven't we?
waking up at 5 every morning. That is not okay for me. I usually wake up at like 10 on the weekend.
There is another free place to see crocodiles if you want to see them, and that's at Tarcoles.
Right,
so
go take
we're
that
going to
route.
go do that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll take that route
Tomorrow.
back.
But we're so gutted that we're having to leave this freedom, this trip that we've done. It's been the best thing I've done yet. I don't know about you guys,
Yeah.
but I fully recommend doing this.
There's
It's
no better way.
100% worth it.
There's no better way of doing Costa Rica than in this van, in my opinion, because if you love adventure, you love wildlife, you love being outdoors, there is no better way than taking one of these and just going where you want to go. It's amazing. And yes, it's not the cheapest thing in the world, but it's a fraction of the price for your hotel,
hotel.
and you can explore everywhere and create the best memories. No regrets. It's been amazing.
Amazing. Thank you, Costa Rider.